Angela Langlotz, trademark attorney here, going live to discuss trademark law. Today, I'd like to talk about shapes as trademarks. Now, many of you are aware, I love to say, anything can serve as a trademark so long as it distinguishes your goods and services from other people's goods and services. So, I was at the grocery yesterday and I found this. Toblerone. Now, some of you may be familiar with this. It's a Swiss candy, and it has a very distinctive shape. It is always packaged as a triangle. I'm trying to angle it so you can see here. It's a triangle, and that shape is actually a registered trademark. Now, you may have seen other distinctive packaging that is actually registered as a trademark, such as the shape of a Coca-Cola bottle. The distinctive sort of hourglass shape of the Coca-Cola bottle is a registered trademark. So what kinds of shapes can serve as trademarks? Well, it has to be distinctive. So it has to be sort of not functional, really. So let's say, for example, that we decided to have a shape like this for a wheel block. You know, those things that you stick behind your tire to make sure that the vehicle doesn't roll forward or backward. Well, that would be a shape that wouldn't serve as a trademark because that is a purely functional shape. So if I took a wheel chalk and I made it a triangle, that would mean, and I were able to trademark that or register that as a trademark, it would mean that no one else would be able to make a wheel chalk that shape. And obviously that's not what the trademark law is intended for. The trademark law is intended to allow sources, companies, to identify their goods and services and distinguish them from other people's goods and services. It's not intended to be anti-competitive and prevent other people from making functional goods, okay? So while the shape of a Coca-Cola bottle might be functional, for example, it makes it easier to hold because it's got that indent in the middle, it's also fluted, and that might make it a little bit easier to hold on to. But its utility is incident to the distinctive shape of it, okay? So there was another candy shape that wasn't allowed to serve as a trademark, KItKat, which is owned by Nestle brands. They attempted to register their rectangular bar that has sorts of, it has some grooves in it that make it easy to break apart. Well, that's sort of obvious. There are lots of instances where you see bars for snacks or candy that are made to break into pieces so that you can share them with a friend, right? Or maybe you just eat them yourself and you don't share them with a friend. In any case, that doesn't matter. Whether you share them or not is not the point. The point is that it's sort of obvious to do it that way, right? So there's nothing distinctive at all about a rectangular shape that is intended to be broken into discrete pieces for whatever purpose. In contrast, the shape of this is not obvious. It serves no functional purpose. It's distinctive, and it's intended to be distinctive. It's not intended to be merely functional. And any functional feature that it has is incident to its distinctive triangular shape. Now, I want to show you, this is packaged, right? And I kind of want to keep it packaged because, you know, I have my little brand wall behind me. You know, I've got the Brillo, I've got the Bliss mask, I've got this toothpaste. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. But I wanted to show you, let me just go to my screen here and show you. So this is what Toblerone looks like when you break it open, right? So it's got this sort of distinctive triangular shape with the nuts and the nougat in the bottom. Now, I wanted to show you too what Toblerone's distinctive shape trademark looks like. Okay, so when we submit a trademark for a shape to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, we'll submit a drawing that shows exactly what we're protecting. And then they also have this sort of, the broken off piece is also protected here as well. So that is what it looks like. Let me go back here. Oops. Hello, here I am again. All right, so that's what it looks like when we submit an application for a trademark for a shape. So if you have questions about shapes as trademark or any other trademark questions, feel free to message me on my TrademarkDoctor.net Facebook page. You can also find me online at TrademarkDoctor.net. And if you like this video, please share it. Others might find it useful.